RJ Barrett coming into the league had a lot of expectations, being the third overall pick in a stacked 2019 draft class. While having a solid first two seasons in the 2021 playoffs, the biggest flaws in his game were exposed. As most NBA fans do with young players, they expected RJ to bounce back from this and become the player he flashed at times he could be. Instead, during the rest of his time on the Knicks, RJ plateaued as a near 25-3 guy, shooting in the low 40s from the field and low 30s from deep. Because of this, when NBA fans would talk about RJ Barrett, most of the time it'd be to call him overrated and a disappointment.
RJ Barrett is not living up to your expectations. Y'all spent $120 million for him to be shooting tour dates, and in this video, I'm gonna call him out for being one of the more disappointing draft picks that we have seen over the last 5 to 6 seasons.
RJ Barrett is not good. He's shooting 40% from the field. He's shooting 25% from three.
Last year we had this conversation.
You see these flashes and moments where you're like, he could really be great someday, but then he follows it up with a game where he shoots 4 of 13 or, 0 of 9 from 3 like we talked about there, and he's just not able to be consistently great.
RJ would continue to prove those people right, as for the first 26 games of this past season, he was the same guy. But that all changed once he was traded to the Raptors for the Knicks to get OG Anunoby, and RJ played the best he's ever played in his career. During his 32 games with the Raptors, he averaged almost 22 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists per game, while having shooting splits of 55 and 39, but it seems nobody's talking about it when in reality we need to stop overlooking this. RJ at the rim on the Raptors shot 73% and 43% of his shots were from the rim. Both were career highs. On shots from 3 to 10 feet, basically floaters and short mid-range shots, RJ shot a career high 45%. And 62% of his two-pointers were assisted, which was the highest of his career, which makes sense why he shot so well from two-point range. RJ is not a bad self-creator, he's average at it, but he's at his best when most of the time he can play off the ball and be set up for good shots. This leads to his shooting from deep. He shot 39%, which is the second highest of his career. Like for all of his career, majority of his shots from deep are assisted, so it's fair to question, will this hold up? Or he goes back to the low to mid 30s shooter from deep he's been for most of his time in the NBA. The Raptors gave RJ more playmaking responsibilities. As a result, he averaged a career high in assists per game. While he did have a career high in turnovers per game, I was impressed by some of the passes he was making and how quick he was seeing passing windows, both in the half court and in transition, leveraging his scoring gravity to get a good shot for his teammates. Defensively, RJ can defend positions 2 through 4. His on-ball defense is solid. He is quick enough to stay in front of most players and has the strength to not be affected when the ball handler tries to bump him. RJ's off-ball defense is a mixed bag. He has some good moments making the right rotation or anticipating a pass to get the steal. Then there would be bad moments where he would lose where his man was, or it looked like he was spaced out for a second, leading to a good shot for his man. His screen navigation for me isn't bad, but it still needs to be cleaned up. RJ would get caught on screens too easily, or he would be late to get around the screen. You would see RJ get a lot of criticism for most of his Knicks tenure. Some of it was deserved and some of it was not. A lot of NBA fans believe RJ still is that overrated player, when in reality that is making him become a player people are underrating. I appreciate you watching the video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Let me know in the comments, do you think RJ Barrett is underrated? See you on the next one.